Men, when was the crazy ex-girlfriend actually crazy? I never imagined that trying to be a good person would almost destroy my entire life. For 6 months, I've been losing my mind in slow motion, without understanding why. It started small with a pizza delivery at 3 a.m. that I never ordered, then escalated to subscriptions for fetish magazines appearing in my mailbox, and my credit card getting declined at random moments, forcing me to call the bank about suspicious charges for lingerie from stores I'd never heard of. I blamed bad luck, identity thieves, and corporate incompetence, never suspecting Sarah. Sarah, who'd put me through 2 years of emotional hell before vanishing from my life like smoke, who used to weaponize silence for weeks, then show up crying about how much she needed me, who once threw my laptop off the balcony during a fight about her accidentally deleting my thesis. When she texted at 1 a.m. with, "I know about the money you've been sending my mom," my stomach dropped into my shoes because I hadn't spoken to her in 18 months. "Please don't hang up." Her voice cracked through the phone. "I'm in serious trouble. There are men at my apartment. My mom owes them $15,000, and they have paperwork with your name as a cosigner." My hands went numb. "Sarah, they have your signature, your social security number, everything." Her whisper turned desperate. "They left, but they're coming back tomorrow. I think they're going to hurt you." 20 minutes later, I was in her parking lot like a trained dog, watching her emerge from the shadows wearing that same oversized Northwestern hoodie from college, eyes red-rimmed and perfect, because she'd always been beautiful when she cried. "Look at this," she said, handing me a manila folder. "Tell me this isn't real." The loan documents looked legitimate with Payday Loan Company letterhead, official seals, and there was my signature as guarantor for Sarah's mother's $15,000 debt, the penmanship flawless. But then I saw the address listed for me was my current apartment, and I'd only lived there 3 months. "Sarah," I said slowly, "how would your mom know my new address?" Her tears stopped like someone had flipped a switch, and she smiled before starting to laugh with the sound of breaking glass. "Oh good, you finally caught that," she said. "There is no loan company, David. No dangerous men. And I made all of this up. Even forged these documents myself because I wanted to see if you'd still come running." She held up her phone with the recording app glowing red. "I've been documenting this whole conversation, and do you know how unhinged you sound right now?" The world tilted sideways as she stepped closer with eyes gleaming and continued, "Oh, but that's not even the best part, because remember all those weird charges? The pizza deliveries, the magazine subscriptions? That was me, David, and I've been your shadow for 6 months." My vision blurred at the edges as she rattled off details that made my blood freeze. "I know you started therapy with Dr. Martinez on Thursdays. I know about Jessica from your gym and what a shame it was about her car getting keyed. I know you switched to oat milk because of your stomach issues, and I know you cry in your car after visiting your dad's grave every month." Each word was a knife twist, and when I managed to whisper, "You've been watching me?" her voice turned silk smooth and venomous. "Studying you like a science project," she said. "I wanted to see how much I could dismantle your little life before you figured it out, and you never did because you just kept calling banks and changing passwords like a good little victim." When I called her completely psychotic, she leaned in close enough that I could smell her familiar perfume and said, "And you're completely mine, because even now, after everything I just confessed, you're not walking away, but standing here listening, because part of you still loves me." The worst part was that she was right. She continued with her ultimatum. "Here's what happens next. You go home and forget this conversation, because if you try to report me, I'll destroy you with this recording plus a few creative stories about stalking and harassment, and your reputation won't survive it." But something inside me finally snapped, not into anger, but into clarity. "You know what, Sarah? You're right about one thing. Part of me did still love you," I said, pulling out my own phone and stopping the recording I'd been making since she started her confession. But that part just died. Her face went white as I walked toward my car and delivered my final line. "You made one mistake because you assumed I was still the same person who'd let you destroy me." 3 days later, Detective Rodriguez called to tell me they'd arrested her, because when you systematically commit identity theft and harassment, you leave digital fingerprints everywhere. Sarah's last text to me came from county jail. "You'll never find anyone who knows you like I do." She was right about that too, and I've never been more grateful for anything in my life.